Hey there, mathematicians. We are back for a new shape that we're working on this week. So last week, before we start with that new shape, last week we talked about two different shapes and all the math ways that we can describe them. That shape that kind of looks like maybe a basketball. You can bounce it, it can be big, or it can be tiny small, but it's a solid shape. It's a sphere. Good job. So the sphere, boys and girls, it can roll. It can maybe bounce. Does it have any flat sides? No, it doesn't. So the sphere, boys and girls, is a solid shape that has 0 faces. It can roll maybe. It could maybe bounce. But then we also talked about another shape. That shape that has 6 flat sides, like one of our dice. Now, it can be big, it can be small, but those flat sides that we have on this cube are called faces, remember? The flat surfaces on our three-dimensional solid shapes, like this dice, are called faces. So, we talked about our cube, we talked about our sphere, and today we are talking about a new shape. This shape is called a cylinder. Now, what do you notice about this shape? What do you see? Think about it. What math words could you use to describe this shape? Well, I remember we talked about those flat surfaces. Do you see flat surfaces on this shape? Yeah. 1 and 2. So it has 2 flat surfaces. And what do we call those flat surfaces? Good job. So they have 2 faces. Now, what else is kind of unique or different about this shape? Well, let's get out one of our whiteboards. Does it sit flat? It does. Nice job. But what happens if you turn it on its side? It rolls. So boys and girls, it does 2 different things. It has 2 faces, so it's flat and it can stay still, but it also can roll, can't it? Because it has curved sides. So it could roll or it could stay flat. But your cylinders always have 2 faces. They maybe could look like, oh yeah, this yellow shape. Or maybe, a thing of wipes. Or maybe something that you might drink. A soda. Yeah. So boys and girls, there are a lot of different shapes out there that you see every single day that are shaped just like this solid cylinder. So boys and girls, I would love for you to get out and about. It's a beautiful day. Maybe you could find some cylinders outside or find some cylinders somewhere in your house. See if you guys can use your math words to describe those new shapes that we introduced today called the cylinder. Okay, boys and girls? All right, so I hope you guys have a super fantastic day. Get out there and find some of those three-dimensional shapes, mathematicians. All right, adios.